Hello, this is Alexandra speaking. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Helix Universe. I hope you are well. I hope you're fine. Thank you for being here. First I want to thank you for everything, for all your likes, shares, subscribes, and generally for being here. I also want to thank you for your letters and for the things you share with me, and you share your creativity very often. And I'm so glad to see your paintings, your drawings, your poems, even your books sometimes. And this is a great privilege for me to be the part of this group and to be and to feel the part of something greater than me. I never expected this to happen by this channel, but it is happening, and I'm very, very grateful for this. This month we're gonna have two kinds of readings, and first are love readings, and these are for all of you. For those of you who are couples, for those of you who are single, for those of you who have potential partners, you also want to see it, and also for those who are single, this may just be for you and the ones you love in this or the other way. It really doesn't matter. Love has many names, and I hope these will resonate. And of course later we'll have readings for July. And one more thing, readings, personal readings. If you want a book, please let me know. The sooner the better, because I will be on the leave from the 5th of August till the end of August, because then I'm going to move apartments. So it's going to be a very busy month for me, and I'll be absent most of the time. So if you're interested in a personal reading, please let me know before that, so that I can do readings for everyone. One more thing, thanks for your contributions, for all the contributions to the channel via PayPal. As soon as I buy something, I was talking about the hardware for the channel, I will let you know. Once more, thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence here. I feel blessed by it. I hope you have a beautiful time. Bye bye. See you in the readings. Hello, Cancer. Here's a reading for you for, well, for love. Whatever form, whichever person, doesn't matter. As you can see, the cards are already laid out because I was doing the reading in my native language first. So the profit is that I already know what's going on, and I think I can make sense of it. It's not an easy reading, I have to say. It's for all of you. It's for couples, it's for singles, it's for those who aspire to be in a couple. It's also for those who just have someone important to them. An adult person, definitely. And also, please check your sun, moon and rising sign, and also a Venus sign. In case of partnership readings, Venus is quite an important position in your chart. At the bottom of the deck, indicating the energy of the background supporting you or showing something in a deeper perspective, we have Prince of Pentacles, which is about carefully realizing, making plans and realizing them carefully, step by step, being very serious, being very efficient, but also slow. It can be an offer that is very solid. And I have my interpretation of this card in this reading, but I will tell you later. Let's begin with you. This is your side, the right side, and as you, we have Nine of Swords, which I said it's a difficult energy. It's the energy of stress. You're stressed out with something, you can't sleep well, you're it's also about having nightmares, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, the darkest hour before dawn, and having your brain flooded by very destructive thoughts like swords. Of course, they are not real, and what you think in the middle of the night is not very realistic. It's based with science, with evidence that the levels of neurotransmitters in the brain are totally different during that part of a day at 3 o'clock in the morning than usually when we are woken up and active. So the best thing is not to take it too seriously, whether these are dark thoughts during the night, or perhaps a more common feeling you have connected perhaps with some kind of depression or stress that tends to be longer than you expected. Still, they create reality. Thoughts aren't reality, but they co-create reality, your reality. They have great influence on what you see in the world around you, so be very careful with them. Not a pleasant energy, and I see you back to your partner, showing back to your partner. And your partner, quite a different energy, quite happy, optimistic, outgoing, also sometimes childish, but it's childlike enthusiasm to do things, beginning things, discovering the world. And we have air and fire here. And I think Sagittarius had also this polarization present. So if you're in a relationship with Sagittarius, please see the reading. Okay, deeper. What's deeper in you? You have Four of Swords. So you want peace. You want to be healed. You want to have a peace of mind. You don't want these Nine of Swords. You want only four. You want to sleep and meditate and generally be very stable in your mind. And that's great. And you try to achieve it in your relationship. But as you try to achieve it, here comes your partner, the other person this reading is about, and it's a very defensive energy. It's like, what do you want from me? How come? How can you lie like that? What are you doing? Look at the position I am in. I need to fight for both of us while you're lying there. Why can't I be this child? How can you let it happen? How dare you come out of this stressful position in order to let me play? Because this person is playing. I want to play. How dare you lay like that? I need to defend myself. I need to fight for both of us here. Because you're just lying, you're sleeping. And I think it causes your heart to break. This is where your energies meet, right? This is your relationship, the base. 10 of Swords, a very painful card. And I think it's mostly about you, but also about them. I think there's deep misunderstanding here of each other's needs. It's like you want something and they feel forced to provide you with this. And you have clarity about this. You know that they feel forced, and this causes you to feel great pain. And also, I think, disappointment, like you're betrayed. Why can't you just be there for me when I need it? I need it. I need to heal. I need to rest. Please, let me rest. Oh, this person is not very eager to do it. They are doing it, but not with their heart full of love. They do it because they have to. They have to. The devil right in the center. I call this spread like a fountain of love, because here are your energies. They meet here and they sprout here, and they sprout with the devil. So it's a must and not a want. It's like you have to do something, and not you want to do something. There's a great difference between those two, because here the will is absent here. It's not yours. What you're doing here is not yours. But you have to do this because you're somehow you're connected with this person. You can see that the chain here, both those people are like slaves to something they perceive as greater than them. Of course, again, it's only an illusion. I mean, each and every second they can just leave those chains and be free. But they don't see it, they don't know it. They think they are enslaved. They think they are not free. And they're not moving from the situation. And I have this feeling of a vicious circle here. I'm gonna tell you why. And I usually don't part these readings into two. I mean, those two cards don't necessarily mean that the ace is on your side and the king is on the other side. But this time I feel it is like this. Okay? Not like this. But it could be, you know, it could be intermingled. It's like these are very different energies. This one is cold and cool and analytical. This one is all about love and you know, sprouting energy of love, the fountain, overwhelming, encompassing all, especially in this person. And I feel it's more on your side, but it can also be on their side. But the main feeling is that, again, there's a, you know, this misunderstanding. You're up, they're down. They're up, you're down. You never meet. You just pass one another with energies. And my interpretation was that because you feel obliged to be with this person or to let them feel free and childlike, you come back with love for them. You always come back with love. You always give another chance for them. And I think they take it as a King of Swords because they realize their value, the value of this offer. But they won't come up with anything similar. That's the problem. They take it, oh, okay, I deserved that. And then they slip into the state of Princess of Wands, the state of the child. Again, they slip again to this childlike state. And you, because you see it, because you see this is not the way you want your partner to be, you again slip into this state of stress. Where's my partner when I need it? When I need them, him or her? So I see this vicious circle here. The offer of love, the stress of love unrequited. I'm not sure it's the word. The love that isn't answered in a proper way. The Nine of Swords, the stress, the need to heal, the need of peace, disappointment, but the feeling of being obliged. And on the other side, there's another vicious circle. I wanna play. I wanna be childlike. What do you expect from me? Why do you expect I act as an adult? It breaks my heart, but again, I feel obliged. And if you apologize, I see you're giving me love, so I'm receiving it. Okay, I pretend to be adult for some time, but then I slip again to the state of being a kid. And this Prince of Pentacles, I don't read reversals, and I don't put reversals in my deck, but it came reversed. I don't know why it was reversed. So that's why I was thinking about an offer that is given and given and given and is never received in a proper way. And it's your offer with this kind of person. So it's a very difficult situation for you, a very difficult reading for you, a demanding reading. Because, as some of you know, I'm a therapist, I'm a psychologist, I'm a shrink. So I realize that I often use the principle, the paradigm of health in my readings, because I truly believe that there is a correlation between deep health and deep happiness. But I also know that it's not always like that, that sometimes our souls need something more than health. Sometimes our souls work in a very paradoxical way. Sometimes we really need to go very deep and touch the very bottom, which is painful and unhealthy, to make a breakthrough, to learn something important. And why am I saying this? Because as your additional card, the advice card from the Major Arcanas, I drew the Star, and the Star is a card of hope. So this card is saying there's still hope, but most of all, this card is saying about being very, how do you say this? Grateful for everything that comes your way. But also, you don't see it here because that's how a deck looks like. But in the traditional decks, the person on this card is kneeling, and that's the attitude here. You have to kneel before your fate. Sometimes you just need to accept your fate, no matter how difficult and hard it seems. And sometimes it seems, it appears as unhealthy for some time. And only from a perspective of time you can see why did you need it. So generally, when I'm asked to make an advice, I use the health paradigm. I say, don't do the things that aren't healthy for you right here, right now. But I know very well it's not always like that, and sometimes our soul will choose something temporarily unhealthy in order to achieve greater health then. And I feel it's this kind of situation when you need to act with this very strange attitude, paradoxical attitude. I'm looking for a word, the right word here. I know, it's being humble. It's all about being humble in this situation. I'm not saying you need to be humble all the time, but there is something here that puts you in this vicious circle, and perhaps you need to be in this vicious circle for a while to see something, to understand something. If not, break it. You can always leave. Remember this. You can always leave. There's a great amount of pain here. And there is the need to be healed, building up. But again, There's the devil here, something you are afraid of, something where your energy is stuck and frozen. And you can melt it. You can melt it. But is this the right person here? Because I have this feeling that this person isn't mature enough for you. Perhaps now, perhaps this also is passing. Perhaps they need to learn something here from you. But I believe that the star, the card of hope, appeared here for a reason. Perhaps to make you stronger in your humbleness, in being humble in this situation. So I will not advise anything. I just pay attention to this, and I want you to pay attention to this. Okay? Dear Cancer, your heart is full of love, and I know it. And I want you to never lose it, because that's the most important and precious thing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your trust. I wish you a wonderful time, and I wish you beautiful resolutions. Bless you. Bye-bye.